All right, everybody, welcome back to Modifications. So if you own an EV6, let alone many other cars that this company that I'm about to talk about makes trim for, you know that the surfaces are fairly cheap plastic. Now, I have the EV6 Wind all-wheel drive, and the GT line and the GT all come with a lot more gloss black. So a lot of this stuff that you see silver on mine is gloss black, which is even more susceptible to scratching and surface damage. So a lot of this is gloss black. This is all gloss black. On mine, it's a nicer matte finish, in my opinion. I like it better because I don't like gloss black in general. So what's the answer? How do you protect this? So obviously you can get like vinyl covers and protectors, but there is a company that I want to talk about that actually makes these really cool parts. And these are basically just trim covers. And I honestly never really thought about buying these until I actually saw these in real life, and I was like, you know what, these are actually really cool. So I opted for this kind of dark wood finish. I think it's going to accent everything really well in here, going with the colors of the gray that's in here, the seats that are black, and even this gray right here. I want to make sure this is protected, and I also want to make it just look a little bit nicer than cheap silver plastics. So let's dig in to see what this box I got, who I got it from, and what it contains. Let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this trim kit that I got. So I got the full interior kit. I already kind of went through it a little bit, so apologies if it's a little messy, but what I wanted to show you is every single piece does come individually wrapped in this plastic, so you just need scissors to cut it open. But let me show you this. It looks so good. It's a really nice matte finish. It's kind of got like dark gray wood kind of finish on it. Very soft edges, extremely nice materials, tons of adhesive on the back. So this is gonna be fun peeling all of this off, but really cool that they actually took the labor to do this, because this is the most tedious part. So let's walk through some of these pieces. They're all pretty repeat because there's 4 of everything almost. But this is obviously the window switch for one of the doors. Other door, all also adhesived. This is probably for the front driver. I'm super excited about this one because it looks really good. The cutout quality is really good, and there's no like snags or. So we'll see how durable this is, but they look so good. These are for where the door handles are, so you can open them and get out. Lock buttons or window buttons maybe up there, depending on which door this goes on. There's 4. And then there's these 3 pieces. I'm not exactly sure where these go, but we'll find out when I actually get to installing it. So speaking of which, I'm gonna unpack all of these, and then I'm gonna run out to the car and get these installed. Okay, so here we are in the car. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wipe down some of these surfaces. Clean as much of it as I can. It is filthy, so disgusting. It makes me feel like I'm a slob when I'm cleaning this car. The reason for wiping this down is to make sure that the adhesives aren't adhering to dust, because they'll just peel right off. Okay, so here's the big boy. Let's see how it fits. It looks like this just kind of wraps around. Help it out a little bit. Kind of just do that, and there it goes. Like it does cover up everything very well. It fits all the openings very well, and man, it looks a lot nicer. Now this, it definitely looks a little aftermarket, but I do like this because it's not glossy. It's actually a very nice matte finish, and I love this soft touch finish that it has. So what we're now gonna do is take this back off. Now that I know it fits properly, we're gonna take off all the adhesive strips and hope that I can nail this on the first install. So I'm gonna snap my fingers and this will be done, and then we'll get it put on. So ready, set, see, done. And you know this is good quality tape because of how easily the red stuff came off. Cheap quality tape actually like brings the tape up with it. So I really commend these guys for using good quality materials and good quality third-party products. So now I'm gonna carefully get this. Oh, it's sticking already. So this is the part where you have to make sure everything's lined up before you start sticking things down, and it looks like everything is lined up. So I am going to start pressing this. I think it's already on. It looks so good. And let's see, keep holding it down just for a minute. This is all flush. It goes all the way to the edge. Very, very good machining, very good measurements on these guys' part. So commend them. Everything accessible. I can see all the buttons. Yeah, so this part's done. Let's get the next part. All right, let's do this one then. Oh, that's cool. It just kind of pockets into right into there. That is awesome. This install is so good. And so I'm gonna snap my fingers again and this will all be done. And voila, it's done. And this has magically also cleaned itself. So now, try to place it exactly where it installs it. And there you go. Perfectly flush. Really good install. It looks like it's on there. I love the contrast of this. You can see a little bit of the silver, but it actually leaves kind of like a little bit of a nice finish to it. So on that same note, I've already cleaned that. I think that's the one. So with this one, I think you would actually just slide this out and it just... Is this the right one? Or is this for the back? Okay, so this is the one for the front. Snap my fingers and this will be done as well. Okay, got all of it off. Slide this through. Put that on first. Yeah, there we go. So you apply that first and then you put the pressure on the rest of it. Just make sure you kind of push it in everywhere. So it kind of, I don't want to say snaps because it's not a snapping mechanism, but that way if there's any parts that are popping up because of pressure, they're pushed down and the adhesive takes care of the rest. So we're gonna knock out all the other doors. So I'm not gonna film every single one of them. What's interesting with this one is that it has like an open space, and I wonder if they just reuse the same part for different trims. Okay, so it took me a sec, but I figured out what these little pieces are. So this piece would basically just squeeze in right there. So you take the adhesive off and it just fills that gap. There you go. We have finished. Super easy install. Looks really good. I need to maybe reinstall this one. There's a little bit of a gap down there. I think I just need to pull it off and push it back on. But man, it looks so much better. So let's take a look at all the pieces. There's the driver door. Sorry for the wind noise. There is the passenger door. There is the passenger side front door. Same pieces. And lastly, the passenger rear right. And of course, this piece right here, the centerpiece that I think is my favorite. It just looks really good. I like it a lot better than the silver. Okay, so now that I've installed the best EV mod trim insert pieces, what do I think? I actually think they're really, really good quality. I like the finish, I like the materials. I love the print that I had gotten, the kind of dark wood grain look. Almost looks just solid gray, but it's got a little bit of accenting in it. My favorite part about it though is not just the feel and the fit and finish, but also the fact that all the adhesives were pre-cut and they were on the back, super easy to peel off. You literally just slap it on. Outside of just the small mess the little red strips make, very simple install. And whatever floats your boat, you can find something for the interior, not just your EV6, but other cars. So make sure you check out their website right here for a list of the vehicles that they support and they make trim pieces for. That being said, also make sure you use my discount code, which is right here. That does give you a certain percentage off, which is right here. And that also helps the channel out in general as well. So thanks for checking this out. Look forward to coming up with more EV6 stuff, but also stuff for my other cars that also works across different cars. So stay tuned and we'll see you next time. Thanks everybody.